We have all heard the jokes. We have all seen the memes. They say dogs have owners, but cats have staff. They say that if you died in your apartment, your cat would step over your body to get to the treat jar. There's a pervasive myth in our culture that cats are aloof, selfish, and utterly indifferent to our well-being. But what if I told you that was a lie? What if I told you that while you were sleeping, while you were working, and even while you are in the bathroom, your cat is actually running a high-stakes security operation? Stick around, because by the end of this video, you are going to look at your feline friend in a completely different light. The Bathroom Bodyguard: Why Privacy is Not an Option. Let's start with the behavior that confuses cat owners the most. You walk into the bathroom, you close the door, and within seconds, there's a paw sliding under the gap or a frantic scratching on the wood. If you let them in, they sit there and stare at you while you do your business. It feels intrusive. It feels weird. But in the wild, this is a matter of life and death. In nature, when an animal is eliminating waste, they are at their most vulnerable. They cannot run, they cannot fight, and their scent is strong, attracting predators. When your cat follows you into the bathroom, they aren't being a peeping Tom. They are covering your six. They know you are distracted and vulnerable. By sitting there, facing the door, or curling up in the sink, they are standing guard. They are watching for threats so you don't have to. So the next time you feel annoyed that you can't use the restroom in peace, remember, your cat is basically standing outside the vault while you count the money. They are ensuring you make it out alive. The bedroom patrol. The significance of sleeping positions. Now let's move to the bedroom. This is where the bond between human and cat gets scientifically interesting. Where does your cat sleep? If they sleep right on top of you or curled up specifically against your back, this is a massive protective signal. In a feline colony, known as a clouder, cats sleep in piles, not just for warmth, but for defense. It is a defensive formation. By pressing their body against yours, they are doing two things. First, they are utilizing your size to protect their own back. But second, and more importantly, they are lending you their senses. Cats have hearing and smell that is vastly superior to ours. When they sleep touching you, they can instantly alert you to danger with a sharp movement or a bite. If your cat sleeps at the foot of the bed, facing the door, do not mistake this for a lack of affection. This is the sentry position. They have positioned themselves between you and the only entrance to the room. They are effectively putting themselves on the front line in case an intruder walks through that door. They are taking the first hit so you can wake up. The slow blink confirmation. It's not just a kiss, it's a status report. You might have heard that the slow blink is a cat kiss, and that is true, but it goes deeper than simple affection. In the predator world, closing your eyes is the ultimate sign of trust. It means, I do not fear you. However, when a cat sits across the room from you, staring at the door or the window, and occasionally looks at you and gives you a slow blink, they are giving you a status report. They are communicating, the perimeter is secure, I am calm, you can remain calm. They are managing your anxiety levels. Cats are incredibly sensitive to human hormones. They can smell cortisol, the stress hormone. If they sense you are tense, they will often use these calming signals to tell you that there is no immediate physical threat. It is their way of saying, I'm watching the environment and everything is clear. But wait until we get to the section on the tail, because that is where things get truly misunderstood. Most people read a wagging tail completely wrong. The deep purr therapy, healing frequencies. We usually associate purring with happiness. A purring cat is a happy cat, right? Not always. Have you ever noticed your cat coming to lie on your chest when you are sick, or perhaps after you have had a really terrible day at work? They settle in and they start a deep rumble-like purr. Science suggests this is a form of active healing. A cat's purr falls within a frequency range of 25 to 140 hertz. This specific range has been shown in scientific studies to be medically therapeutic. Frequencies in this range can help lower blood pressure, reduce stress, and even promote the healing of broken bones and torn muscles. When your cat climbs onto you while you are unwell, they aren't just looking for a warm spot. They are essentially acting as a biomechanical healing device. They are trying to fix the broken member of their pack. They perceive your weakness, and they are using their own energy to speed up your recovery. It is one of the most selfless acts of protection a cat can offer. The rub down, marking the asset. You come home from work. You are wearing jeans that smell like the outside world, maybe the subway, the office, or heaven forbid, another animal. Your cat immediately runs up to you and starts aggressively rubbing their face against your shins. They wrap their tail around your leg. They might even stand on their hind legs to bump their head against your hand. We think this is a greeting. "Hello, human, I missed you." And it is, but technically, it is a reclaiming of property. Cats have scent glands in their cheeks, their foreheads, and their flanks. By rubbing against you, they are covering up the scents of the outside world, scents that are unfamiliar and potentially dangerous, with their own pheromones. They are creating a group scent. In the wild, members of the same pack must smell alike to ensure they don't attack each other. By re-scenting you, they are saying, "This human is under my protection. This human belongs to this territory." It is a warning to any other animal that might smell you later. Back off. This one is taken. The gift bringer. This is the part that grosses everyone out. You wake up, walk into the kitchen, and step on something cold and squishy. A dead mouse, a moth, maybe a toy dropped specifically in your shoe. It is easy to scream, it is easy to scold the cat, but you have to understand the psychology here. In a cat's eyes, humans are terrible hunters. We are loud, we are clumsy, and we have no claws. They never see us catch mice, they never see us stalk prey. From their perspective, we are like helpless kittens who don't know how to survive. When your cat brings you a gift, they are not trying to clutter your house. They are trying to feed you. They are worried you are going to starve. This is a nurturing, protective instinct. They have gone out, expended energy, secured a resource, and instead of eating it themselves, they have brought it to you. It is the ultimate sacrifice. They are ensuring the survival of the colony leader. The tail talk. Earlier, I mentioned the tail. This is where many cat owners get confused. We often think a wagging tail means the same thing for a cat as it does for a dog. But if your cat's tail is thrashing back and forth, they are agitated. However, have you ever noticed your cat sitting near you, seemingly asleep, but the very tip of their tail is twitching? Just the tip. This is radar mode. Even though they are resting, they are keeping a part of their nervous system active. They're monitoring vibrations in the floor. They are staying half awake to ensure nothing sneaks up on you. And then there's the puffed tail. We've all seen the Halloween cat pose, arched back, hair standing on end. It looks funny, but it is a desperate attempt to protect you. By puffing up, the cat is trying to look twice its size to intimidate a threat. If your cat does this when a stranger walks in or when a stray dog passes the window, they are making themselves a target. They are drawing the enemy's attention away from you and onto themselves. That is bravery. The shadow, following you room to room. Does your cat have to be in the same room as you always? You move to the kitchen, they follow. You go to the living room, they follow. This is often called the shadow behavior. It's not just that they like your company, it is a patrolling instinct. In the wild, cats control territory. To them, your house is their territory, and you are the most valuable asset in it. They need to know where you are at all times to ensure the territory is stable. If you move to a new room, the perimeter has changed. They need to inspect that new room to ensure it is safe for you to be there. This is especially common with certain breeds like Maine Coons or Bengals, but all cats do it. They are effectively your personal security detail, clearing the room before you get too comfortable. The separation anxiety reality. We often label destructive behavior as separation anxiety. The cat scratches the sofa or yowls when you leave. We think they're just bored or lonely. But view this through the lens of protection. When you leave the house, you are leaving the territory. You are going out into the wild where the cat cannot protect you. This causes them immense distress. They don't know if you can survive out there on your own. When you return, if your cat is extremely vocal, meowing loudly and winding around your legs, they're essentially debriefing you. They're asking, "Where were you? Are you hurt? Why did you leave the safety of the cave?" Their distress when you leave is a sign of how deeply they feel responsible for your safety. The night shift. The Zoomies explained. Ah, the Zoomies. That moment at 3 a.m. when your cat decides to run up the walls, knock over a vase, and sprint across your bed like a maniac? It is annoying. It ruins your sleep. But let's look at the evolutionary history. Cats are crepuscular, meaning they are most active at dawn and dusk. However, domestic cats often shift this to nighttime. When they are sprinting around the house in the dark, they are performing a perimeter check. They are burning off energy, yes, but they are also hunting imaginary intruders. They are checking the corners, checking under the beds, ensuring that no shadows are moving that shouldn't be moving. They are clearing the house of potential threats while you are in your deepest sleep. So the next time you hear thumping at 3 a.m., just tell yourself, the security team is doing their rounds. The science of attachment. Proofs they love you more than food. You might be thinking, this all sounds nice, but isn't it just instinct? Do they actually care? A study conducted at Oregon State University finally put this to the test. They took cats and put them in a room. They gave the cats a choice between food, a toy, and their human owner. The skeptics thought the cats would go for the food. But the results were shocking. The majority of cats, over 50%, chose to go to their human first. They preferred social interaction with their owner over eating. This proves that the bond is not just transactional, it is emotional. When a cat protects you, they aren't just protecting a food source, they are protecting a family member. Conclusion. So tonight, when your cat jumps on the bed and pins your legs down so you can't move, don't push them away. They are just buckling your seatbelt. They are locking the doors. They are clocking in for the night shift, watching over the most important thing in their world.